Happy Monday, Gym Nation. How are you? Open my water, take a sip. I can't believe there are literally like 15, less than 15 days left in 2025. Ooh, 25 is here. 2025 is here, and we need to act like we know. And I'm just listening to my audio, and then I'm going to come back. Act like we know. Yep. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now we can get into it. Hey, Gym Nation. I'm going to get you guys out early today because we have a homework assignment. There's another video that I want you to check out. Oh my gosh, did I see a super sticker already? Thank you. I'm going to acknowledge everybody in a second, but there's another video that I want you to check out. So stay till the end because I'm not going to share it until then. Because we're going to talk about it later. I actually want to do a deep dive discussion with this video because it is so right on time. The person who released it just released it yesterday. And when I tell you, this is nothing but divine order because he knows of what he speaks, especially in this video. So I want everyone to check it out later, after we depart, definitely before tomorrow's conversation, because when I tell you the gems that are being dropped, and yes, he's a white man, and we're fine with that, especially if you're speaking facts. So I definitely want you to check his video out. But like I said, I will share that later on. So I'm closing out some windows really quick so I don't have to, because I told you I do some of this research so early, and some of this research I've had already. And so when the day comes that I decide what the topic is going to be, I have to comb all of this together, comb through it and put it all in one document. And so give me a second to just close out some of these tabs. And then I will be right with you. Okay, I think that's good. I think I could navigate from here. Perfect. Okay. Ciao. If there's anyone new here, let me know where you are coming in from. I like to acknowledge the people all across of this beautiful world that we live in. And if you didn't catch there's also clips that are already set up to go out. So today's clip was a tour of my luxury apartment in Playa del Carmen. And then I take you on a morning walk to the beach with me. But it gives you a little taste of what can be considered luxury in Mexico. And like, I don't know that I would consider this particular apartment luxury. It was beautiful. I loved it. I would stay there over and over again. But everybody's definition of luxury is subjective. So go ahead, and when you get a chance, it's a quick 1-2. It's a quick little walk through the apartment, showing you the amenities from the rooftop to the gym. I did forget to send share the co-working. Well, I didn't forget. I think I only had stills. I don't think I have any video of the co-working places or the garage where you can also house your bikes and everything. And so, and there was something else, I think. Oh, and then there's a public laundry room as well. So it's even great if you don't want your bills, like if you purchase that condo and you live there, you don't want to use your washer and dryer because you want to manage your electricity. There's a beautiful public laundry room that you can use as well. So check that out when you get a chance. Let me go ahead and start saying hi to the people. Hey, Crystal. Crystal is beating Moni. Not by much though. Hey, Moni, welcome back. Hey, LaRonda. Good to see you. Hey, WM. Good to see you, my South Carolina sister. Welcome back, Bruce. Good to see you as well. Hey, Miss P. Oh my gosh, y'all are like family. Hey, cousin Casper 330. Hey, listen, Yvonne Denise is my cousin 2 times. They're sisters, and one is named Yvonne, one is named Denise. So interesting. I'm a summer girl. Oh, so this is your first time? I was like, I don't recognize this name, but hey, summer girl. I love that name. Hey, just saying, good to see you back as well. And I think I commented on, I know you commented on some posts, and so I think I'm caught up or kind of sort of. Welcome back, Be Well magazine. Thank you again for yesterday's super chat and donation or offering. Offering of, what is it called? The donation of kindness, I'll say. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been rainy, rainy, rainy here. Just saying thank you so much for the super sticker. I so appreciate you guys. Oh my gosh. Ah, hey Stephanie, welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, Jackie's Journey. The Charlies are back in the building. Oh my gosh. Okay, be well. Thank you so very much again. Y'all trying to make me cry. I think y'all are doing this to see when the actual tear is going to fall. And it's coming. Thank you so much. Hey, Cynthia, welcome back to you as well. The ABX girl is in the building. Listen, I feel like we are related already, like by blood. Like, thank you for supporting every night, because there's definitely some work that goes into this. And you always worry, oh, is anybody going to show up? Because we have been going at this for what's today, the 36th day, day 36. And so I know it's a lot, but it's necessary. Hey, Leslie. Oh, you're from Jersey. Queen Leslie from New Jersey. Welcome back. Um, yeah, I'm sure it was messy and nasty where you are in Jersey too. Okay. El, yeah, you Ellie Shiva. Ellie Shiva. I'm up late catching your live chat from around the globe. I just finished applying for unclaimed money and I was approved and I almost received a guy. Because this is a co-ed experience here, so I don't want to make assumptions because the overwhelming majority are women. So anyway, congratulations, child. Listen, I got to start screenshotting when this happens, because I always then have to try to go back and try to find try to find these amazing posts, and I want to start putting them up in my the community tab. I want to acknowledge everyone who's making strides, and so congratulations on that. Oh, you did like the tour? Good. I'm so glad. It was my rental, so let's be clear. And I have different size rentals when I go. I'm such a last minute planner. So when I go in the winter, it's always like I don't book 6 months ahead, like you really should do. Um, but I don't lock in like that. So when I go, I have to get what I get. Now, when I go like May, it's fine, right? I have options. I have lots of options. But when I go anywhere from November, December, January, February, March, I got to get in where I fit in. So, and that was the apartment tour that you saw was from when I was there in May and June. So of 2022, actually. So I'll show you my 2023. I'll show you 2024 and all of that. Hey, Shelly S. from North Cackalack. Yeah, that apartment, beautiful, right? It was so comfortable. Hey, Christine R. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Um, you're from the U.S., Virginia, but currently out of the country. I did find some unclaimed money regarding some deceased family. Yeah, yeah. Listen, and that's the urgency that I want to share. Like, there are so many accounts, from brokerage accounts to bank accounts to pensions to all of that, from some of our ancestors, our deceased relatives. We need to be searching for that. And so, hey, ZS, thanks again. Okay, Leslie. Yes, Leslie's already checked in. Okay, so let me start getting into it. Wait, I just saw something about a passport. Hold on one second. You just got your passport renewal. book about 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Shelly. As like, let me do another screenshot. And then we're gonna get into it for real, because it's already 8:12. And I was on time, kind of sort of. I was a minute. I mean, what happened was when I first logged into StreamYard, it said I couldn't do sharing, and I have a document I wanted to share, so I had to come out of StreamYard and then come back in. So I was a minute late. But congratulations, Chris. Came in the mail today. Grateful. Yeah, listen. Someone had told me when someone you love or someone that is a relative that you may have business dealings with, when they first pass away, the funeral home asks you, you know, you need to, or it's usually the funeral home that puts in the initial request, do more than less. Like ask for 20, 25. I don't know what the cost is in each state. So whatever's not cost prohibitive, because it is easier to get them stamped and the official certificate when the funeral home first puts in the request than to have to keep going back to get copies. And so that was just a little gem that was dropped on me when I lost my mom, and it has definitely worked out. Okay, so we're going to get into today's topic. Listen, child, if you have not been, tuning into any news, then you may not know this. But we already got a new person in charge, right? We have a new person at the helm. They don't even cover the current person at the helm anymore. Now, I know there's stuff going on behind the scenes, but if you watch the news, if you scroll, all you see is grump, 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 all over the place. We are in 2025. So we can act like we ain't here already. The only thing that hasn't changed is the date on the calendar, but we are literally being ruled. This is so unprecedented. It is so insanely weird. But the more we know, it's all in the knowledge, right? The knowledge and then the action, the execution, and they telling us. So we're getting the knowledge, right? The meetings with foreign dignitaries, the input, the hustling, the Japanese, I don't know, was the prominent, whatever he's called, hustling him for an extra $100 million. I don't know if y'all saw that exchange today, but if you didn't, child, we are in unprecedented times. We already have a person that isn't slated to be in office for another month playing the role, and nobody's stopping him. And so we went over like the media and the news and all of their BS and the corporate media, I should say, and how they're already have fell in line because of fear or whatever else. So we need to act like 2025 is here. And the question is, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? The reason why I put the thumbnail, audacious action, Black people, we need to do audacious actions, because that's what they're doing. Everything that's happening now that I use the word unprecedented, you can replace that word unprecedented with audacious. They are being audacious in our faces. And so let me just give you the definition of what audacious is. And I have to turn on my fan. Give me 1 second. That just got me hot, child. Oh, just even talking about it. Okay, so let's go over what the definition of audacious. Most of us know what it means, but let's just quickly do a summary. It's an adjective. It's describing someone who is very bold. If you are audacious, you are daring and unconventional, i.e. unprecedented moves, right? The adjective audacious comes from a Latin word, audacia, and means daring, boldness, courage, and often gets applied in situations where someone does something pretty unusual. Okay? So, the only way to be successful with an audacious person or audacious circumstance created by a person, or a circumstance created by an audacious person is to become audacious yourself. What is the saying? And yeah, the best defense is always a good offense, right? And so that just simply means that you have prepared, you are preparing. It means that the most effective way to protect yourself is to take initiative and actively attack. Hence why we've talked about the art of war, the book Art of War, and the book Art of War for women, because this is what it's going to take. And many of us have never, ever read that book. And so it's been brought to this community because I want us to read the book and I want us to be prepared, basically, without any fear mongering, just always prepared. We see what's happening. We see exactly what's happening. So we can't say we didn't know. We can't say we didn't have the information to make certain moves, right? And whatever, we'll talk about what audacious means to you later, but audacious can mean something different to everyone else. But it doesn't mean, what it doesn't mean is doing what you're doing, right? Like doing what you've always done. It doesn't mean sitting in self-contentment, right? It doesn't mean sitting in just being comfortable. It means stepping out and doing something bold, courageous, and daring. And so for some of us, that means getting our passport for the first time, right? For some of us, that means saving more than you've ever saved before. But whatever it means to you, the thing you have to do is act on it. And so today I kind of just really wanted to check in and see what we are doing to be prepared. I also wanted to follow up on yesterday's conversation and just go over some, because I think I missed a question about like what news sources are out there, because I went over the problems, right? The big news sources that are falling in line because, what did I say? Follow the money, follow the money. It's all about generating money, right? So tonight I want to just quickly, and I may start off there just as a follow up, to quickly just go over the news sources that I truly, truly, truly believe right now are in a good place. Now, I'm making no promises that won't change, because I don't know how much power this new regime has over the heads of the people at these independent news outlets. But for now, these are good resources. And then I'm going to share the video that I want you to watch before we meet tomorrow. Like, you could put it on 2x speed. Like I even say, people who come here after we're live, watch this on 2x speed. Don't tell me I talk a lot. Don't tell me the video's too long. Watch it on 2x speed, or find something else to watch. There's two options, right? If you want the information, fast forward through it. I don't think that's what I do when I watch people's videos that are really long. You think I'm sitting there watching a 2-hour video when I could watch it in an hour? So yeah. You can, his is really quick though. I want to say it's under 20 minutes, but when I tell you the gems that are being dropped there, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So yeah, and today's news, child. So I don't know. I haven't used the word child and so long as much as I'm using it now, because all of this is just so unbelievable. The story out of Wisconsin, right? If that type of story does not give you the inspiration to be audacious, right? Especially if you have kids. If the chaos and confusion that we hear every single day, all day long, is not causing us to be audacious, I don't know what is. I don't know if you heard what the new person in charge has said, even about the market, the stock market. Like, there are so many gems that he's dropping. Y'all could say he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer and all of that, but there is so much information that he is giving us, not only from his words, but from his picks, from his interviews. We need to pay attention. And that's why I also say sign up for that Heritage Foundation newsletter, sign up for the RNC Foundation newsletter, sign up for the the Agenda 47 newsletter. Get the information that they're giving to their constituents, their people, so that you stay ahead of the game. And for those of you that are new, excuse me, hey everyone, that's so rude. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. I am the founder and creator of a community called Black Travel and Culture. We launched way back in 2017. I've always had a passion of inspiring people of color to move around the world, visit other countries, get jobs in the travel space, and do all the things that we were not taught to do 20, 30, 40 years ago. And one thing I know for sure is that travel changes you. Travel introduces you to a world that, and I don't just mean travel, to Miami, LA, New York, Chicago. I mean, international, global travel. It makes you a better global citizen and just exposes you to so much. On this channel, we talk all things wellness, travel, and finance. The past 36 days, we have been on a marathon, a movement for us to stay ready as a community with due to the changing of the guard, right? Our lives are going to not look the same. Our lives are going to be different in various ways. And I don't care what your socioeconomic background is. I don't care who you voted for. I do know that there are laws that will be implemented that will affect everything from diversity, equity, inclusion, to healthcare, to housing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like the list goes on and on. We've done so many videos to talk about the way our lives will be impacted, that this movement at this time is a divine calling, a divine mission that keeps me going each and every single day. I can't believe next week is Christmas. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, and Kwanzaa. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, go ahead. I ask that you subscribe. It helps to keep you notified. It helps to get this information out to people who are like you that may want to see this information. Hit that like button. Once again, it helps get the information out. Google is a big old algorithm, and if you don't engage, they don't they don't algorithm. So if you can hit the like button, I said subscribe to the channel, comment, and engage. You see, we are the Gem Nation. If you are here today, you are part of the Gem Nation, whether you've subscribed or not. I like to call you gemstones, and depending on your engagement, you are a VVS1, a VVS, a V. So go ahead and engage and ask questions. If you do ask questions, I just ask that you put a Q in front of it, or like the 3 question marks, QQQ or question mark in front of it, so I can easily, because there's conversations that are happening that I'm not even privy to while I'm presenting. So if you have questions, go ahead and let me know by putting the Q or question mark so I can catch them later. So the first thing we're going to do, and welcome if you're new, and welcome back, Gem Nation. The first thing I want to do is just pull up, as a follow-up to yesterday, some of the outlets that I would recommend. I will probably put these on the Beacon store too as a resource as soon as I have time. But let me share this and we'll go through that. And then we'll go through some steps on how we can make sure we're being audacious, right? To check ourselves, to double check ourselves. And so let me go ahead, present, share screen. Okay, so we're just gonna go through some of the resources real quick. Oh, that's the wrong one, sorry. That's how we're gonna do a step-by-step on how we can be audacious. Let me see what you're looking at. Perfect. Okay. So let me get to that one. Okay, so basically, I just compiled a list of nonpartisan news outlets and non-commercial news outlets from both the US and around the globe. These organizations are known for their commitment to impartial reporting, independent journalism, and nonprofit or commercial-free operations. Note, I make no guarantees about their future. This could change tomorrow, right? Because we got a new sheriff in town who seems to be kicking the door, waving the 4-4. Like, listen, I don't know. I don't know what. Listen, anyway. Okay, so we talked about the Associated Press yesterday. I highly, highly, highly recommend them. They're a global news agency known for its nonpartisan, fact-based reporting. They're widely regarded for its commitment to neutrality and balanced coverage. You can find them online. You can screenshot all of this later. Eventually, it will be put up on my Beacons page. I'm not promising today or tomorrow. Maybe by tomorrow. I have some things to do tomorrow. Maybe by tomorrow night. But they also have a YouTube channel as well, and you can search them and follow their news stories there. And then they're on social media too. So you can go to their website, see all the social media platforms they're on, and follow them. And that'll apply for every other outlet that I'm going to name. Reuters is an international news organization that provides unbiased news covering everything from global politics to finance without a strong ideological bias. So you can check out Reuters. NPR, National Public Radio. It's a publicly funded entity. It strives for unbiased, high quality journalism across a wide range of topics. It is often considered nonpartisan, even if occasionally critiqued for having liberal leanings. NPR is a non commercial and funded by listeners, donations, grants, and some government support. Now, what I will say about NPR, they lean social, right? They want to see people have health care. They want to see racial harmony. So, yes, they are considered sometimes a little more left leaning, but I call that, never mind. PBS, their news hour, their website, pbs.org, all of the above under the PBS umbrella is known for providing balanced, thoughtful, and in-depth reporting on both national and international issues without overt political biases. And again, you could screenshot these, see their websites, see their YouTube channel, and eventually, again, it'll be a document on the Beacons channel, which is always linked in my description. Factcheck.org is a project of the Annenberg Public Policy Center dedicated to fact-checking political claims and promoting accuracy in public discourse. It's nonpartisan and doesn't engage in political advocacy. They also have a YouTube channel as well as a website. Then if you're looking international, BBC News, Al Jazeera, of course, you want the English version because it comes in different languages. And Deutsche Welle or Well, DW, which is Germany's international broadcasters. Germany's international broadcaster provides global news with a European perspective, focusing on global issues without heavy political partisanship. And the reason why I am highly recommending, even if you don't read it every day, I know we get a lot of emails, right? But if you can do some type of email notification, or if you go on there, if they have an app and you could go on their apps to just get a sense of what's going on around the world and moves that are being made. Like there's things going on in Canada right now. There's also something going on in Brazil with the dollar, with their dollar and like these are stories we need to know about, but we're not going to hear about as much here in the US because there's a agenda, right? And so these platforms like BBC, Al Jazeera, Deutsche Welle, and France 24, which I didn't really know about, but I think it was just saying, if I'm not wrong, it was either just singing or Christine who says that they watch France 24, and I just signed up to it. I just did my research, I did my due diligence, I listened to my gemstones who be dropping gems as well. And I'm a fan. And so it's an international news outlet that provides unbiased global news and analysis, offering coverage in multiple languages. So, of course, if you speak French, Arabic, or Spanish, you go and find France 24. I know when I first logged on, they were speaking French. I'm like, what the heck? And then I found the English. And they also have a YouTube channel as well. The Guardian, which is a UK based news organization with a strong commitment to quality journalism. It's known for its in depth reporting and investigative journalism. And while it has a liberal editorial stance, its news coverage is considered reliable and fact driven. And again, when they say liberal stance, a lot of times they just mean that they are not they're not falling in line with, the conservative base. Like, um sorry, the fan started getting too cold. It's cold here in New York, kind of. Well, it's not cold, but anyway. So yeah, so the Guardian is another one. Now, if we want to talk about some other not profit news outlets, and I'm going a little slow so you can screenshot all in one. Let's talk about ones in the US, ProPublica. I'm not going to read through everything. Let's just, yeah, because I want to get through some action steps that we need to, or we should be taking. The Center for Investigative Reporting, CIR, also on their website, it's revealnews.org. But they have a YouTube channel. If you put in the search Center for Investigative Reporting, it will come up, but their website is revealnews.org. Okay, I'm getting cold now. The Intercept is another nonprofit news outlet that provides investigative reporting on topics like national security, civil liberties, and corruption. Mother Jones, I mean, some people have things to say about it, but I find their reporting to be accurate. I find that they still touch on hard topics. They try to they try to get both sides of the stories. But I would, stay close to them, especially as this transition is happening, and especially the first 180 days of the change, the new people coming in. Democracy Now! um Again, I said I wasn't going to read everything. The Marshall Project is another one, and you could screenshot and see the YouTube channel and the websites for both of those, all nonprofit. And then if you want to go international again, you have the Bureau of Investigative Journalism based in London. You have the Conversation. You also have Open Democracy, Global Voices, and CJR, which I like. Well, oh, this may be behind a paywall now. I don't remember. I think they may be, or you can access certain things, but they also have, so if you go to CIR.org, it will tell you what you can access. And yeah, so these outlets, again, I'm going to put this up on Beacons eventually, but this is just a follow up, a period to yesterday's, or a dot, dot, dot to yesterday's conversation. We may have to come back and have more conversations, especially after I tell you which video I want you to watch. And it will be listed in the description of this video too, the video that I would love for you to watch before we meet tomorrow. Okay. All right. So let me close that out. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, were y'all able to see the whole list? I hope y'all were able to see the list. Somebody answer yes or no. I was scrolling. What? What the heck happened? That is weird. Hold on a second. I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna take my face off the screen and do that is so weird. Okay, so let me pull it back up and then I'm gonna do a quick share. Because I'm just a scrolling and a talking and a talking and a scrolling, and that is so weird. So let me bring it back on stage. Let me remove myself. And I'm going to look as I scroll. Hold on a second. Okay. So I have to do two separate screens. I don't know why I wasn't moving. They were having, I think when I came in, I shared that I got a notification that I wouldn't even be able to share my screen. And then I had to log back out and log back in, and then I was able to share the screen, but I didn't realize it wasn't scrolling. So I see it scrolling now. So I'm just going to Associated Press, Reuters, NPR, PBS, factcheck.org, BBC News, Al Jazeera English, Deutsche Welle, France 24, The Guardian, International Edition, ProPublica, the Center for Investigative Reporting, The Intercept, Mother Jones, Democracy Now!, The Marshall Project, the Bureau of Investigative Journalism, The Conversation, Open Democracy, Global Voices, and Columbia Journalism Review. Okay. Sorry about that, child. I'm just a going and going and going. Okay, so what's next on the list? Let me make sure I don't miss anything. So yeah, so we talked about, the need for us to be willing to make big moves like they are making big moves. And I even saw something today online where people are just quitting their jobs, right? We talked about black women. There was a black woman talking. And I guess through the depression, through the high functioning depression that, we talked about 2 Saturdays, well, not last Saturday, Saturday before, people are just up and quitting. Listen, being audacious may not mean quitting, especially if you don't have a plan B, but it may mean filling out the Family Medical Leave Act if your job has it, and taking short-term disability with it so that you can at least plan out. But you don't tell them, right? You don't tell them you're going to fill out for family medical leave. Um, there's strategies that have to happen for you to be successful in it and them not trump you. But don't, we have to be audacious. We have to do things we never did before. Like just quitting without a plan B, if you need a plan B, is not the solution. But using the same protections that they used in order to continue to collect a check, if that's an option for you, is how we have to start thinking, right? We have to start thinking if we are depressed, that is a medical situation. That is um, a reason for you to be able to take a disability or family, emergency family leave, right? And so I do want to share exactly some steps as to, or not steps, but things that we can do to start being or thinking or strategizing to be more um, audacious in our day to day. And so I'm probably not going to just because I don't want to be talking and it's not scrolling. I don't want to be talking. That sounded weird, but let's just talk about some of the audacious actions that we can take in order to be ahead of the game, right? And so I put it in this spreadsheet, kind of, sort of, and I kind of don't think I'm gonna go over all of them right now. There's 20. So basically, we need to continue to hold not only people accountable, but ourselves accountable, right? A lot of times we point, but we'll sit up and we'll watch reality shows for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours a day. Do you know we are the largest consumer of entertainment, television specifically? And we're not watching news. I'm talking about the frivolous entertainment. We are the largest consumers. So we're going to have to start checking ourselves first in order to be more audacious, to be more intentional, and to hold ourselves accountable. This is everything I'm practicing too. I've said it in many videos before. My two words for 2024 were intention and accountability. Before I start blaming others, right? Before I start pointing fingers, I am doing self evaluation. And what did I do? Like, accountability, intention and accountability will take you far. And again, what has led me to this 36 days of doing lives consecutively. Um, Also, knowing yourself, right? Knowing your limits, knowing when you're doing too much. I saw that news story today. I don't have kids in school. I saw the news story from Wisconsin today. I had to immediately turn the channel. It was like the first thing I saw scrolling. I was like, oh, not today, Satan. No way. Because I know what this emotionally, how taxing this can be, how this can lead to high functioning depression. And so checking yourself, knowing yourself, and when things become too much, you're not going to be able to be audacious. You're not going to be able to be basic, right? You are going to become less than because there's too much weight on your shoulders, right? And so the video that I want you to watch, it puts a lot into perspective about sometimes what the news media could be doing, can be doing. And we talked about it yesterday, but I think the way this man shares his knowledge, right, about psychological warfare, kind of, sort of. And he has, shoot, he has over 300, he may have 3 million, no, 300,000, almost 400,000 followers. So it's not like he's a rando. But check yourself, make sure that you're handling this, right? You can't be audacious without all of that being handled, right? Or at least being acknowledged and being, dealt with. um Building unconventional alliances. And the reason I had to take a breath and a beat, because that's what this is right here. Like, do you not understand that 37 days ago we didn't have Gym Nation? We didn't have this community. But and however, I see the comments later, like, I'll go through some of the chats because I don't catch all of them, or I'll go through the comments under the videos, and I see the community that's building, that's budding, that will probably go on post whatever this is right now, right? The relationships, the support, all of that. So building unconventional relationships and forming alliances based on ideology, right? You don't form alliances with people who don't have the same ideology. Right? And that's the people that don't fit here, don't belong here. I don't lose any sleep about any of them being here. I don't lose any sleep about someone liking or not liking my videos. This is divine. I know this to be true just by what has happened already. So this is an alliance. This is Gem Nation. If you are not a gemstone, I'm okay. We're okay with that because we have things we need to stay ready. We have things we need to accomplish. So, building unconventional alliances like this one, and there's others that I'm sure you're part of or you fit into, but the alliance is what is necessary, right? The numbers is what is necessary. The support is what will keep us going. And they're unconventional. We're not talking about, at the dinner table every day with your family or on the phone with your same girlfriends or your guy friends. We're talking about unconventional alliances that can push you. If I would not have formed unconventional alliances, I would have never stepped out on faith, done a winter break, which led to a sabbatical, which led to residency, because that's not what my network of people were doing, right? My immediate network of people were not doing that. So I had to build friendships and alliances outside. And so that's how stay audacious. That's how I was able to make an audacious move. No one else in my family, immediate family, has residency in another country. That's audacious, right? There's people in my family like, what is wrong with you? I've shared that before. And so we have to be unconventional and we have to disrupt our everyday norms. I kind of touched on that earlier. Like, we can't do the same old, same old. We have to challenge society's norms, especially about us and everyday life, right? So, yeah, we talked about that at length. So we definitely have to be disruptive. We have to ask people, like, listen, you know, you got your birth certificate, you got your social security card, you got your passport. We have to do things that we weren't doing a year ago. Um, and this may be every day. I commit to calling at least one friend or texting at least two friends and family members to see if they are on the Stay Ready platform or program, right? They don't even know this exists, right? But it's our jobs to, make sure that they know. Um, and that also comes to another point, like our digital activism. Don't let nobody tell you like digital activism is not real. You never know who, if you are on social media platforms and you do post, right? You have an audience. I don't care if the audience is 10 people, 10 million people. If someone sees a post that you make, right, it can inspire them. It can inspire them for good or not so good. But through our digital activism, we want to inspire our community, right? To know what could be coming down the pike, to stay hyper focused, to stay, in the know about what these documents from Project 2025 and else and others are saying. So we want to spread the message of social justice and injustice in order to make sure we what is it? Fight fire with fire, so to speak. So digital activism is definitely important. Um, Refusing to accept the status quo, being complacent, the people who say stay, 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 your ancestors are going to come and get you for leaving or doing things different than they did them. We refuse to accept that. We reject that. We are more knowledgeable than that, right? We know that our ancestors did not have the options that we have. They did not have the choices. They did not have the forms of communication. They did not have the finances, all of the things, right? So we're going to refuse to accept what has been. We're going to refuse to accept compromise and be more audacious, be more bold, right? Be more willing to do what was uncommon. because that's what they're doing. Listen, they're showing us every day. That is what they're doing. Um, I'm gonna just go over probably two more because it's already 8:52 and I haven't even looked to see if you have questions. I haven't even, oh, because I'm not sharing this, right? I was scared that I wouldn't scroll. Um, Critical thinking and questioning dominant narratives. This is what this is about. This is what this is about. This is what the Gym Nation is about. It's about us being more critical in our thinking. It's about us not watching MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, Fox, all the things and thinking that that's critical thinking because it's not. And with the critical thinking, we have to question the dominant narratives. So everything that I've tried to talk about is part of this, right? It's part of this being audacious in this movement strategy. So critical thinking means you're going to have, instead of just searching Google, try searching Google Scholars, right? Did you know there was a Google Scholars? Maybe not. Let's pull it up. I will pull that up. Let's pull up Google Scholars. Let me see. Present, share screen. Oh, do I have a Google up here? Share screen. Let's see what this is. Do I have Google up? I have this from yesterday. Let me just go to Google. Okay, let me pull up to the stage. So all you have to do, I'll do a quick walkthrough because I do think this is very important. You put in scholars in the Google search. Mine gives me a definition. Let me just make sure you can see this. Yeah, okay. Mine gives me a definition first. But the next thing is Google Scholar. Google Scholar provides a simple way to broadly search for scholarly literature. Search across a wide variety of disciplines and sources, articles, theses, etc. I'm just going to click this and I'm going to show you something that I just researched not too long ago because I'm curious about this because I think it's where we're headed. And so let me just make sure you can see the perfect. You can see this. So I'm going to put in, oh, you see what I've searched? The Great Depression. And so what will pull up? Oh, I'd search causes of the Great Depression, not just the Great Depression. And so what you'll get, there's different versions of scholarly articles written by scholarly people, not just random people, on what the cause of the Great Depression was. And you'll get information from not just AI generated from today based off of research articles from 2018, 1920, we could go back to 2003, excuse me. And it probably goes further than that. There's 5 different versions, but let me just pull this one up. So let me tell you, this is some good stuff right here, child. If you want to really kind of get a sense of where we're headed, look at where we came from. So this article, can you see it? Let me just make, yep, you can see it. Okay. It will tell you in no uncertain terms what the cause is. I'm not going to read through all of this, but it's only, and the thing, it's only 12 pages, right? So it's only 12 pages, which is really nothing. And what they do is they share a lot of we used to, when we were kids, like we go to the library and have to look up the microfiche. And you remember, I don't know who's had to do that, but you could not Google. You had to go look at old articles, and they still have them like in the major libraries. Well, most of the libraries here in New York, you could look up these old articles. And so it talks about Black Tuesday, and it talks about it talks about a whole lot. It talks about unemployment rate leading up to the Great Depression, and then depression, and then afterwards. And then there was something else that I wanted to talked about production of goods in the farm. It is such a huge resource. There's another one in here. That wasn't it. There's another article in here. Is this one? Yeah. The Dirty 30s. The Dirty 30s. And most people, when they turn 30, they're like, dirty 30s. Well, back in 1929, going into 1930, that was nothing cute about the dirty 30s. And so it gives more information about the causes in a picture, a visual form, overproduction. It gives the lessons that you could have learned, resource-based economy, lessons from that. This was based on Canada, excuse me. So this is Canada's point of view. The dependence on the USA. We're so dependent on so many other countries right now. So all these tariffs and all of that. So again, I'm not going to go through all of this. Let me come out of this right now. But this is part of being audacious. We have to use other references and resources. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put this video because I'll forget. The gentleman, now listen, I'm not telling you to go leave me and go over there. But I am going to put this in no, I'm going to put it in the description. I'm not going to put it because y'all going to leave me. I already feel it. I feel separation anxiety. So I'm going to put it in the description right now. So, but I'm not going to save it. I'm going to put it in and then I'll save it later. And it'll be at the top, right under where you can subscribe to the channel. Okay, I'm not going to save it right now. All right. So let me get back to where I was going. So yeah, we have to be audacious in that way as well when it comes to questioning dominant narratives. And when you watch this video, everything I'm saying, man, it's so divine. Like he just put this video out yesterday. I think it has over 1 million views already. Like, I can't wait for you to watch it and for us to discuss it tomorrow. So we're just going to talk about a couple more things and I'm come to questions. And I think there was something else I needed to share, but of course, using education as a tool. Listen, we talked about that with the critical thinking and the questioning dominant voices and narratives, because we're going to see a lot of that, especially with the corporate news, the commercial news media, the way it is, like we discussed yesterday. Oh, and before I forget to ask again, if you're here now, I can't see how many people are here, so I can't play the little game we always play. But if you're here now, do me a favor, pay your tithes, hit that like button. And you know what? Listen, YouTube has never done this. I've been at the same subscription number since yesterday. I've been getting at least 50 new subscribers a day. But since I'm close to that 10K, they're not trying to make your girl. They don't want us to win. They don't want us to win. So if you're not subscribed, do me a favor. Please hit the subscribe button. Once we get over that 10K number, then they'll push it out. They'll push it out to more people. Well, they will start to. But for some reason, it's like, I don't know what it is with the 10K, the 100K, the 1 million. I think 50K may be in there too. So anyway, so we want to do like we're doing now, like Gym Nation is doing now. We are using education as a tool to stay ready. We're using education to be more audacious. All of these people that are coming and saying, I'm moving to Portugal, I have my appointment, I'm taking the certification course, all the things that we are doing. Listen, this is what this is about. We have to use the resources. This is why I put together that certification video. And if you missed it, you could go ahead and, what was the name of that video? How to stay. I feel bad not sharing it. Well, while I'm looking for it, there's also, if you go into the Beacons page, you'll find the resources, the free or next to free resource guide with the certifications that will probably still apply, right? And I always do the asterisk because we don't know what's going to happen, but will probably still apply. You can find that on the Beacons page. That's the one with clickable links, and it will be updated at least once a month. There's a charge for that. It's under $7 for the rest of the year. So you can use that and always be updated on not only the free ones or next to free ones, but also the paid ones, and also information about the industries as they change. Oh, okay. I finally made it. I was at so somebody must have subscribed because I was at 9,969 all day long. And the reason I know it was all day long because it was that last night. And then when I logged in today, just now, it was the same number. So anyway, but the name of that video, if you want to do screenshots, you can do that as well. And it was called There's Good News and There's Bad News, the job market predictions for 2025. The thumbnail says Black jobs in 2025. Stay ready. So you can either do screenshots. I think that's the one. Oh, no. There was also one that we did last week, Saturday. Well, it says Black jobs will disappear in 2025. It's one of those two. So you can look through those. And I did the same type of presentation. You can do screenshots, or you can go to the Beacons page and get the one that's going to constantly be updated. And you could do clickable links straight to the websites. Okay. So let me get back to the list. So education, building and sharing collective knowledge, building and sharing collective knowledge, building and sharing collective knowledge. Just like I am sharing about the find your money, the missing money, and y'all are finding people's money, and that can help with the movement, whatever your movement is. Just like we're coming here every single day as a collective, all it is creating community-based educational resources um, and empowerment to help anyone who may be confused, who may be marginalized, right? Who may not know or have the education that some of us have. Like, we all have an expertise, right, in certain areas. And so whatever your expertise is, build and share that knowledge, right? Build a community and share that knowledge. And community is more than two people. So yeah, and then using technology, right? You want to use digital tools to make knowledge more accessible, right? And so that just could be sharing these videos or sharing videos. And again, I always say, and I said this, man, when I did the quotes, nothing that I'm doing here is, trust me, is not motivated by money. If y'all knew my hourly rate, and to spend 2 hours here without even complaining, like not even being like, okay, I gotta go. Usually I say that because I'm more worried about y'all. Like, I want y'all to get the information in a decent amount of time. I'm not trying to rush through it, but I also know that I don't want to rush through it. And then I look up and it's 2 hours later and I'm like, what the heck? Like, how did 2 hours go by? But I'm not stopping. Like, I'm doing this because I know it's been put on me to share. And I know that community is so important. And I want to be audacious. I want to be audacious in this movement. I want to be just like the people that are taking office that believe anything is possible. They are throwing everything out there right now, and they're not even in office yet. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? You want to move across the world? Let's make that happen. Hence why I also have, and I always forget to do this. I have the accountability group. I have one day this week, I'm just going to do a rundown of all the resources that I have because new people are coming. They don't know. We have our 28-day challenge, accountability groups. We have, I have do coaching calls, all the things, but I'll do a more concise review of all of that. But again, we have to share the knowledge once we have it. And it's so easy to do now through technology. You don't have to call someone and then be on the phone with them for an hour to hang up and then have to call somebody else and then hang up and have to call somebody else. You can share this lickety split. And so education, um, building and sharing collective knowledge and using technology. There are others. And what I may do, I might just, you know what? I'll probably list them in the description. So because there's 20, and I don't really want to go over all 20 because it's 9:06, but and I do want to get to some questions. But oh Lord Jesus, y'all gotta make me cry, 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 cry. Let me just go ahead. Ciao. Crystal Flake. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. God is good all the time, all the time. Again, and that just gives me so much fire to know that people appreciate. Because sometimes I'm just talking, I'm like, do they care? Do they know? But y'all keep coming back, so y'all keep showing me. And so I'm gonna go from the top and then come back down and just go over questions because y'all know while I can still manage the people in this room, because I don't know why it's putting like God is putting on my mind, like, get ready, girl. Get ready. The closer you get to inauguration, the people's is going to be, you know, ready to be audacious. And so, um, okay, let me see where I stopped. Okay, congratulations. Yes, yes, yes. First time. Oh, okay. ZS was so jelly of that tour. Oh, the house. Okay, the apartment. Don't be jealous, girl. There's lots out there in this world for everyone. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Christine. Like I said, I've been there, and um we celebrated Shell S. You're so welcome for the gems. Need a bell for every time someone listen. I said I was going to, you know what? I just need to probably go on Amazon. There's some other things I need to get as part of my Stay Ready protocol. And so I might just get a little blow thing, hoo, hoo, or something, or lights or something. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. You're going to Ghana in April, watching you for tips in traveling. The motherland. That's someplace, if I didn't have such family, like not only commitments, but I need to be close. Like I have young, like anyway, I feel I need some people could just move across. I can't, like and I know me. So knowing yourself is part of that, the battle. And so, but I would move to the motherland in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Child. Oh, I didn't know that, Christine. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. But hopefully someone else heard that, Jim, and they're able to pass it on. Or oh, you're talking about, okay, it was either the exchange with the new person in charge and the Japanese prime minister or whatever he's called. Yeah. No one is no. Audacious AF. That is the sheer definition. Audacious as F is what he is. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't hear anything. Very rarely do I hear anything unless I go to some of these other sites that I talked about, where I shared yesterday that he's basically given a pass to two major pharmaceutical companies until 2029 from any potential lawsuits for harm that they caused during the, panorama. And that's again, that was his name, news related, an action that he took, the first one that I've seen in a while. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Totally unprecedented, which is the definition of being audacious. So, yep. Audacious, bold, fearless. Urban View is a good news source and on satellite radio. Okay. Yeah, and there's other ones like, so I listen to Karen Hunter, because Karen Hunter, not only is she a journalist, like a real deal bona fide journalist, she's also a professor of journalism and she's none too happy about what's going on in this whole media landscape too. She's great. We talked about Midas Touch. Oh, Midas Touch did a video yesterday. about the or maybe it must have been Sunday about the ABC situation. And he had a guest speaker, and he's like, he's prepared to be clink clink. He know that man coming after him. So Midas Touch is on YouTube, and it's not spelled the way we spell Midas, I don't think. But anyway, if you put it in, you'll find that they have almost 4 million subscribers. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's interesting. So I'll investigate Urban View. Do a screenshot of that too, because I don't know what. Okay. The apartment in Mexico was lovely. I also checked out some of your videos, health and wellness, and I'm looking for some soursop. Travel has changed. It's soursop bitters. Yeah, the soursop bitters tonic. Yeah, travel will change you tremendously. Tremendously. I shared my story when my first trip was 17. Besides me going south for the summers ever since I was little, to Hawaii, and that literally, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine where I would be. Um, Something new appeared in my passport today, just one. Oh my gosh, did I send that email to you? I don't think I pressed send. I know it's typed, but I don't think I pressed send because I was waiting for some information. Something new appeared in your oh, you're not talking about the what? Okay, I know you're not talking about the visa. You got to let me know. Um, yeah, what are we congratulating? Hey, favorite bless. I love people who create names that keep them hyper focused, so to speak. Exactly. Yes, NPR is amazing. Hey Kim, can you scroll down? Oh, okay. That's when you're not that sophisticated. Just say which one was the sophisticated? Did I say it was you who was it the French 24? France 24? Was that it? I'm so can y'all see? Oh, I am so sorry. I don't know what the heck happened. Your last expired passport number. Your lost expired passport number. So let me just say this. Whenever you get your passport, immediately make copies of it, store them. I know this is like, you know, I'm not, it's too late, right? But it just came to me. So whenever you get your passport, make sure you make copies. Make sure, I don't know about storing your passport in your phones right now. I need to do more research on that because I've been told we need to start deleting that stuff. I don't know. Um, Now I've been told, I've heard, I should say. So let me do some more research on that. But I don't know how to get your expired passport number. It seems like if you contacted the Department of State by telephone and asked, they should be able to direct you in the right, you know, on the right path. But I'm not sure. Hey, Kiki B, welcome, welcome, welcome. Black Magic Lawyer is Black Girl Magic Lawyer. Latrice is back. Okay, no, 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 you didn't see the list. It was paused, but that was so weird because there was no way for me to read it without scrolling. And so I don't know why. Everyone hit the like button. Yes, please, if you're in here now, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Um, yes, FMLA is a great idea. Like, so please, 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 please. Emotion will lose a war every single time. Strategy is what wins wars, right? And so matter of fact, we may do a summary of the art of war and just starting in January. And maybe the art of war for women. I may do the art of war. I think that we need to really, yeah, we not playing no games. um, like every day, just do a couple strategies or something like that. Yeah, FMLA is definitely a better option than quitting, than just walking away with nothing. Especially if you can't, especially if you still need to figure out how you're going to negotiate a severance, what that severance can look like. But if you need to go and go kind of quick, then FMLA, short-term disability, that should be your angle. Oh, getting people out. I don't think I got it. Did I get an email from you? I don't think I got an email from you. So again, another reason why I want to bring an attorney on. Yes. Yeah, and therapists, medical doctors. Um, yeah. You need to I'm not telling you this is what you need to do, but if you're considering doing this, those are the steps. And you zip a your lip. You zip it. You don't tell your person sitting next to you. You don't tell well, okay, your mother, that may be one thing. As long as she's not gonna communicate with people that you work with. But yeah, you have to move in silence and make sure you um dot all your I's, cross all your T's. Oh, and other sisters here on the platform. It's the love. Yes, it is. It really is. We are family. Oh my gosh. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I couldn't even imagine. And I'm not a nervousy, scary person, but there's no way I'll be sending my child to school and being able to go to work and work. Like, I would be every day, every second worried. I don't care where you live because it's happening everywhere. It's something happening everywhere. And, oh, child. Oh, thank you, just saying. I needed it too, as much as I'm, doing research and stuff like that. I needed it too. I couldn't believe my endo doctor asked me how I was dealing with the aftermath of it. She's an Asian woman and she shared. Listen, because yeah, if she's Asian and she's a woman. Well, again, I don't know. I don't know because there are some who, voted the other way, but most women are not most women that could be on the brink of either being deported, having families member be deported, having their rights taken away, or doctors who can no longer um, act on the Hippocratic oath, can no longer do what they went to med school to do. Oh yeah, there's a lot of sad people about how as Oprah's white audience has dwindled down and she has more black audience now. Her shows are more reality shows now. Oprah doesn't own the OWN network anymore, right? She hasn't owned OWN for a long time. They just use her name. They pay to use her name. She has no stake, stock, or financial interest in OWN. So she doesn't control what goes on that channel anymore. She sold it to Discovery, which we went through who owns Discovery yesterday. They're part of a whole big, master plan. So yeah, he wandered in here in the humble. Yes, digital activism. That lets me know it's an hour and 20 minutes. Usually between an hour, 18 minutes, an hour, 23 minutes, my light goes out. And I could charge it, but I'm not going to. I mean, I could plug it into my computer, but I'm not going to. It's looking for a circle that wanted to leave because yeah, listen, no one in my circle either. No one in my circle was trying. Well, I take that back. I did have a niece who was, oh, two nieces. Um, One wanted to go to Africa, one was willing to rock out in Mexico with me, but she's a new mom now, so she ain't going nowhere. Not right now. Talented Black Americans have been leaving the US since Reconstruction. Oh yeah, we talked about that. We talked about everyone from um who did we talk? So we talked about Langston Hughes. We talked about not Carter G. Woodson. What is his name? Franklin, no, Frederick Douglass. We talked about a whole litany of Black Americans that been leaving. We even talked about, listen, I did a tour in Niagara Falls last year. The Underground Railroad didn't stop in the US. The Underground Railroad went into Canada. And there is this museum, it's a hotel where the hotel, they used to partner with some of the white, it's a whole, I'm going to do a whole, you know what? I'm not going to share that now. But anyway, yeah, we've been leaving. We've been going to Mexico during the Underground Railroad and slavery. So yeah, this is nothing new, but they want us to think that we need to stay. And if you want to stay, you can stay. I don't judge anybody who wants to stay, but please don't judge the ones who want to leave either. I did share information with a close friend of mine regarding being ready, and her passport expired 2 years ago. And this week she is working on renewing. We are to say, listen, that's what the community is about. That is, oh, child. Because these are things people are not even thinking about. A lot of us, a lot of our friends and family members are not even thinking about this. And we need to. Thanks for your obedience to start this channel, Kim. We need this community so much. Thank you. Now, I actually launched this back in, what is this, 2024? I launched this in 2021. Yeah, I took Stephanie Perry's YouTube challenge. I officially launched, like, I had the page, like, but I was just lurking. Like, when I say lurking, it was I only had the page so I could look at other people's videos. And then I launched in February 2021 under Black Travel and Culture. And yeah, so it's only been 36 days that I've been doing this exclusively, the stay ready content exclusively. I called a family meeting over the holidays to go over all this that I'm learning. My people tend to not be bold, but I'm doing it anyway. And everyone is not going to be audacious. Otherwise, we'd have a world full of audacious people, right? We don't. There's always been that saying, there's chiefs, there's Indians. The chiefs tend to be the ones that tend to be more audacious. The Indians are and I hate saying that. That's what they used to say, right? The chief. The Indians are the workers, right? The ones that are more complacent. And so we know that, but we just need to try to build more of us to be audacious. And so many complacent, yeah, and they believe things can't possibly get that bad. When you start reading like some of these other references, these other news sources that are already connecting the dots, like there's one, I think it was on Mother Jones. This white lady was like, oh, y'all don't think Florida was the test market? Like everything has to have a test, right? So before they issue drugs, they test it on rats and other humans, right? Florida was the testing ground for everything that they're looking or trying to or want to implement. And and all you got to do, if I'm going to break down one day all of the restrictions that have already been placed into Florida's educational system, their reproductive system, like the prisons, like there is just so much that we are sleeping on. But again, you watch, I'm not watch, but if you get your news from these non-traditional sources, oh, I thought I had a little bit more life left. Then you'll find out these things. You're in class. I listen. So I did teach at the Newhouse School here in New York on multicultural marketing, and I taught the white people on how to the white students on how to target market to and understand the Black audience. And so I am a teacher. One of my thumbnails, you'll see a picture from me with some of my students. Never heard of Google Scholars. Yeah, a lot of people haven't. And it's crazy because we're so quick to just run to Google, get the first article that we see instead of going to some really reliable sources that are laid out in Google Scholars, right? And so it's Google Scholar. And so not everybody's into that. Not everybody's, but another thing you can do, a lot of those a lot of the resource not the resources, a lot of the results from Google Scholars have summaries. You can read the summaries, like, you don't have to read through the whole, document. Hates to see you coming, but I'm still coming with the knowledge. That's right. That's right. Hey, Cynthia, the US truly does not deserve our gifts, talents, skill sets, and resources. Not at all. Not at all. But so many of us, we get conditioned, we get used to a lot of people, there's always that saying like, people from small towns never wanted to leave, or people, um, we just have not been here long enough in a free space with the financial freedoms to think that all the things are possible, right? To think we can be audacious. And that's why, I always say please share this information. Please share it with a loved one. Um that's right. But we can change. I mean, it only takes a few, right? To get it started. And then, you can start your own communities, whatever that looks like. If it's live and in person, if it's online, if it's in the digital space, if it's telephone calls or what text messages, like I said, the digital, um, oh Lord Jesus. I was about to say hacking. We ain't trying to hack. But being a Lord Jesus, why can't I think of what the heck I want to say? Digital. Oh, there's so many other things that I wanted to go over, but it's just too much. It's just too much. Digital activism. Thank you so much. That digital activism. Okay. Um, so let me get back to see if there's any questions. I didn't see any cues. Let me do a quick to the bottom and then go back up. Oh, you use Google Scholar in college? The articles are peer reviewed and legit. Yeah, no, trust me, please. If you haven't, ABX girl, thank you for that. Reinforcement, because it's always good when there's more than one who knows what's up. Yes, books to actually open a real book, turn the pages, take knowledge away so people. And listen, the fact that audiobooks is a thing now, we have no, but we rather listen to podcasts that talks about entertainers. And oh, so let me make this announcement. I have decided that moving forward, starting in January, I am going to probably launch another page that it's called, I already launched it, I already put the name to it. It's Red Carpet Gems. And for those of you that know, I am celebrity adjacent. Spend a lot of times with a lot of celebrities, have photos and all of that. So what I'm going to do once a week is drop some gems that I learned from some of these celebrities that we often look at like they're untouchable, or what, things they've gone through and stuff like that. So look for that at the top of the year. I may make the announcement like I may make it on Kwanzaa. I think that's the my goal, to flush it out, to know exactly what, because it's only going to be once a week. Like that's going to be a once a week channel. But we're going to talk about some of the gems, some of the lessons learned, and it includes everyone from Lionel Richie to Bow Wow to Pharrell to Kevin Hart to Oprah Winfrey to Viola Davis. The list goes on and on and on. And I have posted some of my pictures with some of my peoples, and I'll share more about my life behind the other side, right? On the other side, but it's going to be called Red Carpet Gems. And it's really just it's not going to be sensational. It's not going to be this person was with this person and they fought that person. None of that is going to be lessons that we can learn and take as a people from some of these people, regardless of what skeletons they may have in their past. There's some real gems from the meetings I've had, from the lunches I've been in, from the red carpet events that I've been to. There are some real gems that have been dropped, and I want to share those with us. And that's going to be my way, because I need to do like all of this. You need to have some type of light, because it's about to get real heavy in January. And I know this. I know this, and I'm preparing for it. And so one day a week, we're going to have red carpet gems. And I will share more about that no later than Kwanzaa. So when I go live on Kwanzaa, that's going to be part of the conversation. That's my vision for now. It's crazy. People don't take this seriously. The media is bending the knee. Listen, they've been doing it though, and that's the crazy thing. And there were certain things that has happened all throughout this year that if we would have added 1+1+1+1+1+1+1+1+1, we would have figured out what was going on. But they're good. So the video, let me go ahead and hit save right now before I forget. The video that I want you to watch, it is in this description for this video. It's the first thing. Is it the first thing? No, it's right under where you can sign up for our newsletter, which will start going. I'll start sending more out in January as well, but I had to hyper focus. But it's under Chase. So the first line is Chase. The next line is the link to the video, and we are going to discuss that tomorrow. Would love to still talk. Okay. All right. So do me a favor, email me, because I know I'm not going to remember, especially this week. Oh, did you? Okay. I'll check that as soon as this is over. I'll check. Wait, hold on a second. My notebook here. Check email. That's interesting. I don't know why. Email on YouTube. Because I checked it after somebody else asked me and it was there. So I don't know what happened. Yes, please hit the like button. If you're in here and haven't hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. I'm less than 30 people, or we're less. Gym Nation is less than 30 people. Well, I can't say all Gym Nation, but we're less than 30 people to 10K. And we're going to have a celebration. We're going to have a party then. So please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Turn on notification, so you know when we go live. We go live every day. We have for the last 37 days. Yes. Yeah, listen, I like Roland Martin, but sometimes chow. And the other thing I mentioned about him, I'm not a fan. I like him because I know he's committed, but I have an issue with, I'm not going to say it. I've said it already, but I'm not going to say it again tonight. But I do believe he loves our people. I do believe he definitely has a strategy. But once you get to a certain level, like that Boulay level, then there's some other things that go along with that. So, yes. Oh, stop it. You just said you just won. If you're still here, I'm super confused because I thought you had to wait until first day you wasn't getting an email back. Then you said something about DC was opening on Monday for the January. So I'm confused. I am so confused. But I want to celebrate, but I want to make sure I'm celebrating the right thing. Oh, you're talking about Midas Touch. Is that what you're talking about, Crystal? Don't forget. Yes. 100K. Child, we got to get to 10 first. Whoo, I started sweating when you said 100K. Yes, she moved to Africa. Yes, and I watch her farming videos and get jealous. That's where I get jealous, because she when she goes to them farms and gets all the fresh fruits and not just fruits, but the herbs and oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much, Life Soul Center. Thank you. Oh, yeah. The US Postal Service. Oh, and then there's another conversation we're gonna have, because somebody asked about the FDIC, and there was a breakdown about the FDIC, and the protections aren't just for us, it's also for the banks, and then so we're gonna talk more about that too, but yeah, he's gonna the whole whatever is US, there's a lot of dismantling because it's a way for less regulation, for them, the rich to keep getting rich, and yeah, the poor to stay poor. And so yeah, and with no checks and balances. Oh, Patricia, that's okay. That's okay. I'm glad you made it. And I think I'm back up to the top. Oh, thank you, Crystal. You are get a slice of cheese. Girl, I wish I could still eat cheese, but you know, like 80% of black people are lactose intolerant. So, so I can't do the cheesecake, but a slice of pound cake, I'll check for that. But thank you once again, Life Soul Center. Oh, I didn't even see CA Cruz tonight. I appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Oh, did I see CA Cruz? Wait a minute. No, I didn't. Oh my gosh. For January 2025. Audacious. So that's gonna we're gonna have audacious celebrations. Child, let me write that down because I will forget that too. This is not only a stay ready movement, but we are going to live in all of our audaciousness. Hold on, audacious celebrations for everyone who is not tolerating the status quo, who is doing something different, who is being about that action, as Beyonce said the other day. Be about that action, child. That's what we are celebrating. Congratulations. And yes, Cynthia, congratulations to everybody who's found money, because for family members, child, listen, check out that video. Check out that video and be about that action. Search for you, search for anyone you love, you know, and you can some states let you share with them, like via email, or just screenshot and email them, because no reason for these states and the government to be making money off our money. And I don't care how much it is. But I kept looking under your maiden name over 24 years ago, just sitting there. Crystal, child, this is what I'm talking about. And they're not gonna hunt you down. Trust me. They listen. So many people leave this earth with um, loads and loads of money unclaimed because they had bank accounts that they didn't tell people about. You know, our people were so secretive, especially when it came to money. And so we not doing that no more. And not just the secretiveness. Some people had money due to them when they were unfortunately passed away, and the money didn't come until after. And now they tried to send it. The checks kept getting sent back or not cashed. And so now it's sitting in these areas of unclaimed. So you found some ducats. Yes, that's the one you were saying under your maiden name. Yep, microfiche and the encyclopedia said, who didn't have, we had the Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica, oh my gosh. If you had to look something up, I mean, if we needed to find something, we had to go look it up and read extensively through the encyclopedia. Oh, the Dirty 30s. We could learn a lot from that. Exactly. Oh, yep. Microfiche. As we did. I used to, I still love going to the library, which is, I still actually go to the library. But New York libraries, they have so much activities in the city. Everything from parties to talkbacks with Ta-Nehisi Coates and like other prolific minds. And then they have everything from business to, you know, skill, getting your skills up. And I think I mentioned that a lot of times, if you want to find certificate programs, start with your local libraries. I know in New York, there's tons of them. Libraries have small business divisions in New York. So yeah, I actually love Okay. So let me see. I don't see any questions. Okay, I think I got through everybody. Let me go back. Oh, here it is. I thought, okay. Yes, that happened to me. Oh, listen, I don't know if I could say it because you didn't say it. So I'm not going to say it. But you planned the work and worked the plan. And I know it was your, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. 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 I will say, and I think I mentioned it, she just one is one of my coaching clients. And so I won't share the details of that coaching call, but it's only been like 3 weeks. Child, I, when I get off of here, I may cry. I may very well cry. Oh my gosh. Like, we are being audacious. We are not dealing with the status quo. Some people will get it, some people will not. Some people will get it later. That's the other thing. We can't always give up on people, but sometimes you need to move first. And then others will fall in line if they can, if they have time, if there's not a backup of 2 years to get an appointment someplace. So yeah, for your passport or whatever. So that's great. The first day of Kwanzaa is my that's right. We are supposed that's right. I have that written down. I I'm still waiting to celebrate OC Doe's retirement. And then there's somebody else's birthday who I have written down too that week. And I can't remember who it is offhand. Oh wait. Oh, okay. What does that say? Looking at my mom's as a gift because she's yeah, yeah. And listen, when we start looking, and I'm gonna just say this real quick. When we start looking at death differently than how they trained us to look at death, if we start looking at death the way our ancestors, many of our ancestors in Africa looked at death, we would be much more powerful people. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. All right. I don't think there's any more questions. But yeah, so everyone, thank you so much. So again, let me just recap what I want to before you leave. The 75 people, don't leave. Do not leave. Do not leave. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We come back live every day. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I don't know what time tomorrow yet because I have some things I need to do. But it will be in the evening. And so I will share that tomorrow. So no earlier than 8 p.m., I'm going to say. Um, but I will definitely post by tomorrow morning what time. Um, QQ New Year's Eve party of how far we've gotten. Listen, I'm down. I am down. Oh, if I don't go to watch night. But yeah. But do me a favor, hit the like. And then also don't forget to check out that video tonight. It's less than 20 minutes. If you put it on 2 times speed, it's less than that. But it puts into perspective some of what we talked about with the art of war, a lot of what we talked about regarding media, like these drones, the aliens, psychological warfare. This is all strategies of war. Like, please, please, please watch that video. And again, it's under Chase. It's in the description. If you need any more support, any more resources, all the links are there from digital guidebooks. Some are free, some are all are less than $18. So $18 all the way down to under $7. Some are free, like I said. And then if you need coaching on anything from residency in Mexico to and then the last thing, listen, get in on this accountability, this 28-day challenge for December 30th through the next 4 weeks, where we can really set your plan into place with accountability, with community. That link should be in the description, but it's part of my Calendly too. So anyway, So hopefully, what's the video called? You don't see it. It's called, well, it's, you should see it. Hold on, let me just make sure it can be seen. I don't want to say his name because then they may start sharing this with his people and we're different people. So once you say a name, Google picks up everything we say. So YouTube picks up everything we say. So let me see what I see on my end. Oh, I'll check here. Oh, maybe the description didn't show up yet because we're still live. That could be it. But you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it once. I'm looking right now. I'm on the wrong. Just a shared plate. And the people. Yeah, it's the live chats right now. The description should go up as well soon after we soon. Oh no, it's up there now. It's up there now. It's right under the link to subscribe to the Black Travel and Culture newsletter. So the next thing that you say, you'll see the word chase. Right under that, you'll see where you can access the video. Cynthia, so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like reading three things at one time. Yeah, so it's right under the word chase. You should be able, and I see it clearly. And I see that you can directly click the link. But thanks for making me double check. Bye, Casper. Good to see you, cousin. I'm concerned about the possibility of shutting down Google Scholar. Listen, that's why we acting now. Listen, we can't worry about stuff we can't control, right? And he actually says that in this video too. And when I tell you, it's like he's my kindred spirit because other than his deep knowledge of what's going on, we almost sound alike. And so we can't worry about that. We just have to use it now. We have to act on it. There will be changes coming. They are trying to control information. And so things will be affected, but right now they're not. So let's please take advantage. And wait, I was saying something. If you didn't catch the video of my tour of my luxury apartment in Playa del Carmen, catch that each week. I'm going to try to upload a different living condition so you can kind of see whether it's in an apartment or like what the supermarkets and the shopping experiences. Because I told you, like Guadalajara, please, you would not know you was not in a certain places, upscale part of the US, like with the types of shopping from food to restaurants to high-end luxury shops, like all of that. So I'm going to try to give a taste of Mexico once a week, every week, including housing and and I don't like to put out what they cost because the costs are so different now with the influx of people. Y'all ain't holding me like, well, Kim said it's only this, that, when it's twice or three times as much. So yeah, so I forgot what else I was going to say. We've been here an hour and 50 minutes. How does this happen? I always start off so good with my intentions not to keep y'all, and then here we are. But I thank y'all for rocking. I thank y'all for the 36th day of just us trying to stay focused and educated and building community and making sure that we live audaciously and we share with others and that we get this money that's owed to us. So any gems that I can drop, I will drop so that we can make this move. And I thank everyone in this community who also helps to drop the gems because we need it to come from every angle. So if you see something, say something because sharing is caring. So with that being said, I'm going to say good night. I will see y'all tomorrow night. And again, let's say 8 o'clock, but just confirm tomorrow by looking at the community tab. All right. Until tomorrow. And please do your homework. Watch that video because we're going to talk about it. All right. I'll say good night. Take care, Gym Nation. Thanks for all the super chats and the love and all the great support. It fills me up. Thank you. Bye, just saying. Good night.